friends. I am Adedaya. Good to see you again on this platform. Today I will be taking science and I'll be taking year 7, the subject science. This is for year 7. And last week we did this topic, renewable and non-renewable energy. That was the topic we treated. And remember I told you the meaning of renewable. Renewable simply means a form of energy or natural resources that is carefully used without finishing it. Renewable source of energy can be used without finishing it. It keeps on coming up. For example, like the sun. You cannot exhaust the sun power. It comes out every day and people use it for different purposes. While non-renewable form of energy or resources are energies or resources that can be used and they can be exhausted. Exhausted means they can be finished. That is non-renewable energy. Alright, today quickly we go to forms of energy. Forms of energy. Remember, energy is the ability to do work. Energy is the ability to do work. Energy occurs in different forms. That is true. You may be familiar with some of these forms because you have learnt it in your year 1 to 6, and I know you can even mention some on your own. Now, you have heard of light, sound, and heat. These are some forms of energy. Hence, forms of energy are, we have mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is also known as potential or kinetic energy. Potential or kinetic energy, they are the types of energy under mechanical energy. Please take note. So mechanical energy is a type of energy. Now another form of energy is light energy. Light energy is another form of energy. Do not worry, each of these energy will be explained one after the other. We also have sound energy. We have heat energy. We have electrical energy. We have chemical energy. We have nuclear energy, and we have magnetic energy. Alright, let me quickly go through it. Mechanical energy is gotten from a body on motion or a body that is running. That is how we get mechanical energy. Now, light energy is gotten from electrical things like bulb. You know, when you put on your bulb and there's hotness in the room, that is as a source of light energy. Your bulb can make the room warm and can make it at normal room temperature. Sound energy can be gotten by hitting things together and they produce sound, or you by shouting, sound energy is produced. Heat energy is majorly gotten from the sun, or sometimes we get it from our food that we cook. When we are cooking, we can see that the pot will be hot, the stove or the gas cylinder will be hot. So that is heat energy. Electrical energy is gotten from what? From electrical things like our wire, our cable, our socket, our fuse, and other things that we use in our homes. Chemical energy is gotten from the food we eat. You are surprised? Yes. Chemical energy is gotten from the molecule of food we eat. So we get chemical energy from the food we eat. Nuclear energy is gotten from factories or industries. As simple as that. We get nuclear energy from factories or industries around us. Magnetic energy is gotten from magnets. Magnets are things that attract metallic objects. Don't worry, we are going to write notes on each forms of energy. But today we are looking at mechanical energy as the first form of energy. Mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is possessed by a moving body. Simple as that. When a body is moving, the body possesses mechanical energy. There are two subtypes of mechanical energy, two types under mechanical energy. The first one is kinetic energy. This kinetic energy is very simple to explain. Kinetic energy is possessed when a body is on movement. That is, when a body is on motion, as a person is running. Take note, when somebody is running, as the person is running, the person is possessing what they call kinetic energy. So a body that is on motion or that is running possesses what they call kinetic energy. Please take note. While potential energy is the second type of mechanical energy. Potential energy is possessed when the body is raised to a height. When the body is raised to a height, then such body possesses potential energy. For example now, let's say I'm on the floor. Somebody told me to lie down. When I lie down and I try to come up, when I lie down, or let me say when I'm sleeping on the floor, when I sleep on the floor and I try to stand up, as I'm trying to stand up, the energy I'm possessing is called potential energy. Alright, in case of that, I quickly brought out simple explanation to you. As simple as this. When running, you possess kinetic energy. Whenever you are running, you possess kinetic energy. So anybody that is running, or you see anybody running, you can simply tell the person, do you know the kind of energy you possess? Oh, you possess kinetic energy. Very simple as that. Now, second example, coconut. Coconut fruit falling from a height is an example of potential energy. Now, you have seen coconut tree or any fruit. When there is a tree, are you getting me? When there is a tree and the fruit drop, or you use a stick to pluck a fruit, as the fruit is dropping like this, as it drops from the top down, that is what they call potential energy. Very simple. When you are running, kinetic energy. When something drops from a height, from the top to down, that is what they call potential energy. Good. Now, moving vehicles have kinetic energy also. Yes. When vehicles move on the road, they have kinetic energy. Now, the last example, water falling from a height has potential energy at the top, which changes into kinetic as the water falls to the base. Now, let me use this one as a very simple example. I know many of you have what they call a borehole that runs water to your pipe or to your tank, and some of you have dug well, that is the one you roll. Now, for example, now, if your water is full in the tank, you know what happens? There's a particular pipe that is run to the tank. The particular pipe used to bring out water, and that shows the tank is full. So if the tank is full, the pipe that is run close to the tank start pumping water, and when the water is coming, it comes from the mouth like this and start coming down. So as the water is coming from the pipe and it's coming down this way, as it's coming down like that, is an example of potential energy. But when the water gets to the floor, that is the bottom of the tank, as soon as the water reaches the bottom of the tank, rather, the water changes to what they call kinetic energy. As simple as that. So you understand what potential energy is and what kinetic energy is. If you forget, someone that is running is possessing what? Kinetic energy. When your water is full, the pipe that runs the water down, that shows the water is full, that pipe is possessing what they call potential energy. Alright, at this point in junction, I will summarize the lesson by telling you that energy is the ability to do work. Energy is the ability to do work. We have almost 8 forms of energy, which are mechanical energy, sound energy, heat energy, chemical energy, electrical energy, among others. We have nuclear energy, and we also have what they call solar energy, known as sun energy. So please, all these forms of energy, you have to learn it because they will come out in your examination. Now let's go to the assignment. Divine energy. Let me see what energy is. List 7 forms of energy. I've given you 8. List out 7 on your own. Don't look at your book again. Explain mechanical energy. Explain mechanical energy. And the last question, state 3 examples for each. Give me 3 examples of kinetic energy. Give me 3 examples of potential energy. I've given you 2. I said kinetic energy when somebody is running or is moving. Potential energy when your water is full and the pipe that is running the water down is an example of potential energy. When you plug a fruit and the fruit drop from the tree, it's another example of what? Potential energy. At this point in junction, I will say thank you for staying with me at this time. God bless you. Bye bye.